Barbecue you can be really versatile with, but you should always keep it simple. That's the thing.
It depends on what you mean by the barbecue.
You shouldn't really add too many elements. There's just the marinating, the smoking, grilling, whatever, and then the result. That's about it.
It also depends on what type of barbecue you're making, because different
There's
regions.
Chinese barbecue. There's American barbecue. To me, I love Chinese barbecue. Chinese barbecue is great.
You see, there's the thing with American barbecue is we have a good 7 or 8 different variations of the same. And let me just search up different types of American barbecue.
There's Southern, there's South Carolina and North Carolina.
Types of American barbecue. I'm pretty sure there's 8. Alright. Regional barbecue styles. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ones are Kansas City, Texas, South Carolina, Piedmont or Lexington, which is basically the north, and eastern North Carolina.
Yeah.
You see, I don't like North Carolina barbecue that much at all. Even though I like pickled things, I don't like a vinegar sauce added onto barbecue. Because to me, that's just...
On the side, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it when they pour the sauce on it.
It depends on, how they cook it. If you can pour on the sauce and you kind of let it sit in a pot for a while and let it stew a little bit, that's good.
That develops flavors, that develops depth.
Yeah, it allows some of the sauce to be soaked into the protein and the cells of the meat. That works well. But if you just drown it and you kind of warm it up, that's not good.
Of course, that's not good.
Some types of barbecue shouldn't be rushed. Southern barbecue should not be rushed under any circumstance.
Chinese, most barbecue shouldn't be rushed. Korean barbecue, you're just grilling it. I'm sorry, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm not even.
It's the side dishes that take all the time.
Yeah, it's the side dishes. Korean barbecue focuses a lot around.
Meat, you don't really need much.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
My dad's the slowest typer ever. Took him half an hour to write one email.
Nice.
Chinese barbecue, it's all about the process and the seasoning.
Yeah. With American barbecue, it's mostly about the time and smoke. It's
the smoke is big.
Smoke.
The smoke is
And
big.
the rub. Also the rub.
The rub, yeah, the rub's very important to barbecue. There's usually 2 types of barbecue.
There's a good balance between
and the grilled barbecue.
There's a good balance
You have
between
to know
being too juicy and being too dry.
Too dry.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't have it be too juicy where it literally falls apart. You gotta have a bit of firmness.
It depends. Like if you
Brisket, you don't want brisket to fall apart in your hands, alright?
Yeah, you don't want.
But if you're eating baby back ribs and they've been smoked for like 10 hours and they're falling off the bone because they're that good.
If they can stay on the bone, you can.
Yeah,
if you can rip them off really easy.
It's not like if you were to flick the if you were to fling the bone and it hits a wall, it might come off, but
good rib.
it stays on. Where? When do we?
I mean,
start?
some people like their ribs firm with a bite to them.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I think I like my ribs
are you-
more on the bitier side.
Steven, do you like dry rub or wet rub?
I'd say dry rub.
See,
Or you,
dry rub
are
is better for smoking, but wet rub is
dry
better for
rub's better for smoking, obviously.
Yeah, dry rubs.
Because it's,
Yeah, I like
it's
dry
a
rub
longer
better.
process.
Yeah, it's a longer process. In my opinion, it's a better process because it allows more time. It's slow cooked. When things are slowly cooked, they can take longer, and usually that allows more caramelization or sweetness.
What kind of grilling are you talking about?
We're talking about smoking slowly on like a pitch smoker.
Yeah, my dad is like a small smoker, so sometimes we'll smoke, maybe any kind of meat, like salmon or something, for minute. I mean, an hour. A little bit slower than an hour.
Slow cooked salmon.
Not very long at all.
Smoked salmon's good, but slow cooked salmon? That's weird to me.
No, like for like an hour or so.
Alright.
See, most barbecue should not be fatty. If it's fatty, you're probably doing it wrong. In my opinion, you're probably doing
When
it
it's
wrong.
fatty, you're gonna want to use the fats that, you know, you're gonna want to reuse those fats into like a sauce.
Yeah. You see,
For the most part,
only type of barbecue that should be fatty is brisket. Because fatty pulled pork is not very good.
I don't like fatty pulled pork. The sauce is there to substitute the dryness.
Yeah. It shouldn't be fatty. I don't like fatty bacon or fatty pulled pork, but that's just me.
I like my bacon like a good like 1-to-1 ratio.
Eh. I like mine really lean. I don't like fatty meat that much. That's just me.
Makes sense.
Because I like more meat. I don't really like just consuming pieces of fat, in my opinion. It just feels wrong somewhat. And that's just my opinion. Some people love fat on bacon. And fat on bacon goes really good with greens.
Of course.
So,
What type of meat are you talking about?
In
now?
my opinion, pork belly's just the better bacon.
yeah. Pork bellies are way better bacon. You see,
Doesn't
pork
bacon usually come
is-
from like?
It comes
what's the
from a
cut?
certain cut of the pork belly.
I know. Yeah.
pork is a very versatile meat. That's usually there's 3 types of versatile meat: beef, pork, and chicken.
It all depends on the cut.
Yeah. I'm
And
saying this right
with
now. Different
fish-
cultures are better at cooking different kinds of meat. All right.
Yeah.
American
fish-
cultures and Southeast
American
Asian
cultures.
cultures are probably the best at cooking pork. Because
You're right,
Southeast
you're
Asian barbecue and American barbecue are like the best for cooking pork. Because they have a good balance of sauce and dryness, but also a good amount of fat.
The Chinese make a mean roast pork. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Southeast Asian for the most part.
Wait. In China, Southeast.
Yeah.
Basically, it's Southeast Asian.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, technically, it's Southeast Asian and just
It's like central. It's
and-
Asia. It's the right. It's the
Central Asia.
it's the eastern part of Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My mom told me to look at this old PC and see what's inside. That's where it's keeping. So let's take a look. All right. 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Hey, it's better than Bailey's PC already.
That's yeah. Let's see. 4 gigabytes of RAM. What's the power supply looking like? I thought I said 5 watt power supply for a second there. It's about like, hold on.
I ain't that bad.
I don't think it's meant to work like that. But that's alright.
What are we talking about again? How certain cultures are better at cooking meats.
Yeah. Alright. So, Southeast Asians are better at cooking pork. But
Oh.
beef belongs to Europeans.
This is
You're
250.
right. You're right.
Alright.
I
The
can
Spanish,
salvage
the
one
bread.
RAM stick from this.
The Spanish bred cows just for beef. And the Spanish know how to make a nice steak. See, that's the good thing. They know how to make a nice steak. They know how to perfectly cook a steak. In my eyes.
And the Asians know how to work with fish a lot more.
Yeah, they know how to work with seafood. No other culture is good at seafood. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Asians know how to make something that seems really unedible, edible. They're
Like,
cooked with
And with
fish.
seafood, you don't really want any of that grilled or anything. You want
maybe.
to have an acid. You want to have an acid in
Yeah,
seafood.
you want to have in some kind of acid, usually lemon.
Lemon on
orange, or-
lemon zest on like, you know, what was it, maybe salmon?
Alright. Asians can do like fish, but they can't do like crustaceans. They can't do crab and what's called lobster very well.
All we do is just boil them. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. See, other countries, usually Northeast American states, they're like famous for their crustaceans. We literally live in the world.
Maine is their lobster place.
Okay,
we kind of do the crabs.
Yeah, we do.
Maryland's
the
all
crabs.
about the blue crabs.
We do the blue crabs. There's also the most popular breed of crab in the world, the Alaskan king crab. Has the longest legs to contain the most amount of meat. But they're extremely hard to catch sometimes.
Deadliest catch.
They're also freaking invading a shit ton of places as well.
They're currently in like the Bering Strait.
The king crab's very invasive.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of kill everything.
It does hold good meat though.
Yeah, they don't have any natural predators.
Yeah. It does hold good meat though.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, I agree with that, even though I'm the guy who doesn't eat seafood at all. I agree with this. Alright, chicken. Who do you think does the best for chicken?
That's an answer I can't provide, because I don't really know.
Latinos. in my opinion.
Nobody has really been that good with chicken, I think.
I say probably Latinos.
I think you're right, Joseph. I think.
Yeah, probably
Latino.
Latinos.
Latinos and Caribbeans. Because what is one of the first chicken recipes you probably think of when you think of chicken?
I usually think of fried chicken, I'm not gonna lie.
No, other than that.
Other than that,
Anything
probably
that
like
contains
enchiladas.
grilled chicken. Grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken? Yeah, true.
I usually think of 1 chicken tacos and 2 jerk chicken.
Jerk
Which
chicken,
both-
yeah.
Conveniently from the southern hemisphere. They know how to do chicken right. Because they know how to spice it correctly. Also, they know how to deal with chicken's extreme versatility compared to everyone else.
This is just a podcast, just meat talk.
Yeah.
It's a podcast about how to cook meat, basically.
It's a good podcast. I listen to this podcast if it were real.
I would.
You?
Of course I would.
Finally, the screen.
I love a good talk about food.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, what do you think is probably the best grain out of all of them? In
The
your
best
own
what now?
Guys,
grain.
now talking
Grain?
about podcast.
Yeah.
Probably the Europeans.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, boys. This PC comes
Grain,
with...
as in like wheat or as in like rice and stuff?
I mean, grain in general, like wheat, rice, corn, those 3.
Alright, boys. This PC comes with
Well, obviously the rice goes to, you
core,
know,
an Intel
Asians.
2-core processor, and Windows Vista.
Asians dominate the whole rice category.
Yeah, that's... I mean, Southern Americans are also pretty good at rice.
But overall, I'd probably say, like, basically the white peoples.
Eh.
I say Europe probably has, like, the best bread.
Yeah, Europeans make the best bread.
You
'cause
see,
they know
the
how to make
Italians know their bread.
They know how to make a good pastry. Italians are the ones who are good at meat, though. Not meat, I meant, crap.
They're good at craftsmanship with all their shit.
Yeah, they're good with
The French and
craftsmanship.
Italians dominate the craftsmanship area.
They also dominate pastries. The Germans and the Dutch are pretty close as well, though.
Close seconds.
Yeah, close seconds.
Meat talks. No, not
It's
meat
not.
talks. Food talks.
Food talks are relaxing, man.
It's nice to talk about food. Because it's something everybody can relate to.
The important